What's going on, everybody? Jason here, and today I've got this 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat. Right before we jump into this Lariat, if you guys are enjoying these types of reviews, please be sure to let me know by hitting the like button and also hitting the subscribe button, as it does help with the channel and also with the YouTube algorithm. With that being said, let's jump right into this 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat and see what it's all about. Now, when it comes to the Ford F-150 trims, there's a bunch of them that you can get, like the XL, XLT, Lariat, which you're looking at right now, Tremor, King Ranch, Platinum, Raptor, or the Limited. And depending on which trim you go with, each of them do have their own unique standard features and available features. But when it comes to the Lariats and the standard safety features that you're going to get with this trim, this is going to include your blind spot information system, also known as BLIS, with cross traffic alert and trailer tow coverage, your lane keeping assist, pro trailer backup assist, trailer reverse guidance, reverse sensing system, pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, and your post-collision braking. However, if you upgrade to the 502A High package, this is going to give you a little bit more safety features, like your intelligent adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane centering, speed sign recognition, evasive steering assist, and your intersection assist. Starting off at the front of this Lariat, the Ford F-150s do have a very unique looking style, and what you'll get standard, if you look at the bottom, you do have obviously your tow hooks, and then you've got your sensors built in, like I mentioned. Typically, your front and rear bumpers will be in chrome, but this particular Lariat does have the Lariat Sport package, so that's going to give you your body color front and rear bumpers. You've got your standard LED fog lights with cornering. Now in the grille area, typically this will be chrome with some black accents, but with the Lariat Sport package, this will be in black. And then you've got your Ford badge in the front, and if you look right underneath it, you do have your forward facing camera as well, because this truck does have your 360 camera system. As for these really nice headlamps, typically you will still get the normal LED headlamp reflectors. However, with the 502A High package, these will be your LED projector with dynamic bending headlamps. Coming to the side of the Lariat, here you'll notice a few different things compared to a regular Lariat. Starting with the side mirrors, standard, you'll still get them black with the body color. However, with the 502A High package, these will become your power folding heated side mirrors with memory. You've got your body color door handles, and then your typical badging up front with the F-150 Lariat. Coming down to the wheels, standard, you'll get the 18-inch machined aluminum wheels with the magnetic painted pockets. And then if you choose the Lariat Sport package, it'll be the same wheels, but then you'll just have the gloss black painted pockets. But this truck does have the available upgraded 20-inch dark alloy painted aluminum wheels. And then finally, as for your side steps, these will be a part of your Lariat Sport package. On the bed of the truck, you'll also notice the FX4 off-road decal, and that's because this truck does have the available FX4 off-road package. Now this will give you a few more features, like the standard 3.55 non-limited slip rear axle ratio you'll get, but instead you'll get the 3.31 electronic locking rear axle ratio. You also got your skid plates with this package, so your fuel tank, transfer case, and your front diff. Also, you have rock crawl mode. As for the front shock absorbers, these will be off-road tuned, and you also get your hill descent control. Finally, coming to the rear of the Lariat, just how I mentioned in the front, you also have your rear body color bumper, and then your sensors built in as well. This truck also has the available trailer tow package, which is going to give you your hitch and your wiring harness, along with your pro trailer backup assist. Over by your tailgate handle, you've got your cameras for that 360 camera view, which I'll show you once we go inside. You've got your Ford badging and then the massive F-150 lettering. As for your taillights, these will be your standard LED tail lamps. Opening up the tailgate, as you notice, there is no spray and bed liner. However, you can get that as an available option from the factory or even after, but you do have your box link system and your standard LED bed lighting. Underneath that, you do have a 120 volt plug as well. Also, you'll notice this section on the tailgate, and this is where your step is hidden away, so you can actually pull it out, and it also has an assist handle if you do need it. On the rear glass, you do also get a very convenient rear power sliding window, and if you look right above that, integrated with your cargo lamp is your center high mounted stop lamp. Coming into the rear of the Lariat, you've got a two-tone black and brown interior and a pretty clean setup. Over at the bottom, you've got a decent amount of storage area with some cup holder storage. In the center, you've got a little bit more storage, and then the Lariat trim does come standard with the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is amazing. And up top, as you see, you've got this nice large trim piece of the brown. As for the rear seats, these will be fully leather black seats, but you also notice the piping on this will match the door trim. And because of your 502A High package, your rear seats, just like the front, will also be heated seats, so the passengers back here can be just as comfortable. Pulling down the rear center handrest area, this will bring out the two cup holders for the rear passenger passengers. And if you go ahead and lift up the rear seats, you do have some storage underneath them, so you can tuck away any additional stuff that you may have. Behind the driver and passenger seat, you've got the nice full leather back seating, and of course the two map pockets for additional storage. Over on the rear center console area, up top you've got two more cup holders surrounded by chrome trim. Below that, you've got your typical venting and then your buttons for the rear heated seats, a 12-volt adapter, charging ports, and a 120-volt plug. Heading into the front of the Lariat, it's exactly like the rear, just a little bit more bigger. So you've got more space at the bottom, the same middle section there for your space. Same thing goes for your speaker. Then you've got your typical window controls, side mirror controls, and standard with this truck, you also get a driver memory seat and more of that brown trim. As for the front seats, these are exactly like the rear seats. The only difference is not only are they heated seats, but they're also ventilated seats as well, which is standard. And as for the interior, you've got three different options that you can get. Either this one that you're looking at in black with the brown, the medium dark slate, or the Baja tan. And depending on how you spec out your Lariat, you can get it with the center console or the bench seating. Both your front seats are also power adjustable. Underneath, nothing too special, just your foot pedals, and over on the left side, you have your hood latch release. Above that, you've got your electronic parking brake, along with your button for the power adjustable pedals with memory, which is standard. And further up, you've got your typical lighting controls and your dimmers. And then if you look even further up, you've got controls for the lights on your side mirrors and to open up your tailgate. As for the steering wheel, this is a power adjustable steering wheel because of the 502A high package. Now, once you enter into the Lariat, just like the doors, you've got a two-tone dashboard with the brown and black, and then you have your speaker there in the middle. As for your center gauge cluster, this is a 12-inch screen here, and it's a fully digital setup. So you can see it looks way better. And in the center, you do have different information about the truck that you can kind of scroll through and have in front of you, which does make it a little bit more convenient. As for the steering wheel, this is a fully leather wrapped steering wheel, and because of the 502A high package, this is also a heated steering wheel. On the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your typical cruise control and adaptive cruise control settings, followed by your volume buttons. While on the right side of the steering wheel, you've got controls for the center gauge cluster and then your Bluetooth controls as well. Behind the steering wheel on the left side, you've got your typical controls for your high beams, indicators, and your windshield wipers. As for the center handrest area, you've got the massive piece in brown and then surrounded by black. Now this truck does have the available interior work surface, so if you go ahead and fold it out, it makes a nice flat surface for you to do all of your work if you're on a work site or whatever it is. But if you go ahead and open it up, you do have a decent amount of storage area, and it's pretty deep as well. And you also have USB ports inside. In front of your center console area, you've got your two cup holders for the front, and next to that you do have a slot to put some stuff, and then you have this nice looking shifter. Now you can keep the shifter upright like this, or you can press the button and it actually folds down to make a flat surface, which is pretty unique actually. Now in front of all of that, you do have more storage area along with a wireless charging pad, a part of your 502A high package, and USB ports. Further up, you've got your typical heating and cooling buttons, and you also have your buttons for your heated steering wheel, heated seats, and vented seats. Right above that, you've got your media controls, and beside your screen, you've got your Pro trailer knob, your trailer brake controller as well, which will be a part of your off-road package, and then your typical drive modes. Also in the front, you do have a 12-volt adapter and a 120-volt plug as well. And then you've got this nice looking 12-inch touchscreen. You've got your typical audio section with your AM, FM, and then your HD radio. Next to that, you've got your typical phone pairing settings, and then you've got your navigation section as well, and it's actually a pretty responsive system. Over on your favorites tab, just like the name mentions, you can have your favorite things here. And as for your applications section, you've got your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Over on your settings section, here you can fine-tune things about your truck, like your driver's assistance, and you even have zone lighting with this truck as well, your towing stuff, and then you can access your owner's manual. So under your driver's assistance, you can fine-tune all of your safety features that come with this truck and really make it to how you need it. And as for your zone lighting, as you see here, you can turn on each of the sections or all of them if you like. And as for the towing section, here you can do everything when it comes to your towing needs. And a nice thing about this touchscreen is that you kind of have this second section here that goes as a split screen, if you want to call it. So on this, you can have the exact same stuff that you would on the bigger section, which is nice to have if you want to have multiple things on the same page. Right above your screen, you do have this camera button, which is for your 360 camera, your sensor button to turn them on and off, traction control, and your hill descent control. Now, as for the 360 system, as you see, you've got a bunch of different angles of the truck that you can see. So when it comes to parking or anything like that, it makes life so much easier because you can see literally every single angle of the truck. And up top on the dashboard, you have more space to put small little items. Above all of that, that, you've got your typical rear view mirror. But if you move further up, you've got the button for your rear power sliding window, interior dome lighting, your sunroof controls, and your sunshade controls. And this truck does have the available dual panoramic sunroof, which is perfect to have in a truck, especially. Coming over to the passenger side, in your glove department, you do have a decent amount of storage area, but for whatever reason, if that does get full, don't worry, you do have a secondary one right above that. So you've got a good amount of storage area in this truck. As for the key fobs for this truck, they are typical Ford keys. You've got your unlock, lock button, remote start, tailgate open, panic button, and on the back, you just have your Ford logo. As for what powers this truck, it has the 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine with the 10-speed automatic. You do have other options available if you like, but with this particular one, you are going to be getting 400 horsepower and 510 foot-pound of torque. And as for towing with this engine, depending on how you spec out your truck, you'll be able to tow about 14,000 pounds. And here is the window sticker for the 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat. You've got the typical information about the truck highlighted in blue, and then you've got your standard equipment of the truck, the exterior, interior, and all of that. Below that, you've got your optional equipment, and as you can see, it does have a decent amount of optional upgrades. Then you have your pricing at the bottom. This is in Canadian dollars and minus any dealer discounts or manufacturing discounts if they are being offered. Well, that does it for this 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat. Let me know in the comments down below, do you love this or do you hate it?